Absolutely.
One of the troubling parts of your report involves the former head of enforcement at the Fort Worth branch of the SEC. He made several important decisions over the years about not pursuing the Stanford case. Then he left the SEC. He represented Stanford briefly and tried to represent them over and over again, even after being told no on 3 separate occasions by the SEC Office of Ethics. He also told the Office of Ethics that he did not remember participating in decisions about Stanford case while he was at the SEC. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning.
I mean, that to me is criminal negligence. And the sooner they get him before a U.S. court, the better I will like it.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, to allow that to happen, I almost fell out of my chair when I heard the reasons he gave you for trying to represent Stanford.
Yeah.
And this is a quote from your thing.
Right.
Every lawyer in Texas and beyond is going to get rich over this case. Okay? Question mark. And I hate being on the sidelines. That's the quote he gave you?
Yep.
Well, does that look to you like a little bit of criminal negligence or something like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to go into the details, but we have had discussions with criminal authorities about whether there would be any criminal action arising out of that.
Well, but the SEC this is 13 years is sat on their hands. So if you don't get the Justice Department involved in this, shame on you as the Inspector General.
Again, we've had those discussions. You know, to the extent that there are ongoing cases, I don't want to talk about them specifically.
You don't have to talk about the case specifically.
Right, but we have had those discussions. Absolutely.
You mentioned in your testimony that his behavior appears to violate state bar rules. Can you tell me first whether this issue was referred to the state bar as for possible discipline? And second, whether this was referred to the Justice Department for possible prosecution or false statements made to the SEC Office of Ethics?
Yes, on both counts, essentially, yes. The Ethics Office in the SEC is the one that refers it to the bar. We recommended they do so, and my understanding is they either have or are in the process of doing so now. And yes, we have had discussions with, as I said, Department of Justice and or FBI.
This is a stunning case.